I want you to take this information with you. It seems that Wednesday, the 10th, will be the day of Eid. Wednesday the 10th. And we'll make some other announcement on that as well. So I'm going to take a few minutes just to let you know who we have with us today. Imam Dr. Wazir Ali is the Imam of the historic Masjid Wa'ad Muhammad and Masjid al-Quran in Houston, Texas. Both communities have experienced unprecedented growth under Imam Dr. Ali's leadership, and both serve as pillars of the Houston Muslim community. Imam Dr. Ali completed an 8-year mentorship program in Quranic Arabic, Quranic studies, comparative religion, and Masjid administration under the guidance of the late Imam Qasim Ahmed, may Allah have mercy on him. Imam Ali is also a student of the preeminent American Muslim scholar, the late Imam Wa'ad Muhammad, may Allah have mercy on him. Imam Dr. Ali, an entrepreneur, kinesiologist, and registered dietitian nutritionist, owns a private nutrition consultant firm in Houston. Imam Dr. Ali is also the director of nutritional sciences and dietetics, and an assistant professor at Texas Southern University. His current academic research interests are energy needs for maintenance, hemodialysis, sleep apnea, related obesity, and obesity treatment and prevention. Imam Ali is on the editorial board of the Journal of Renal Nutrition and was recently elected to serve on the board of the Accreditation Council for Education in Nutrition and Dietetics of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. And I told him about all these medical terms. You know, I said I might skip some of them, but I think I'm doing okay. Imam Ali holds a doctorate degree in clinical nutrition from Rutgers University, a Master of Science degree in kinesiology from the University of Texas Pan American, and a Bachelor of Science degree in nutrition and psychology from the University of Houston. In keeping with the spirit of seeking knowledge from the cradle to the grave, Dr. Ali is currently pursuing an additional graduate education in health sciences at University. He has been married to Dr. Najiba Parker for 28 years and is a loving father of 6 children. And so that's the person that's going to be with us today. He's going to speak to us for the the Jumu'ah, and then again before we have Iftar. So we're happy to have him. We thank Allah for blessing him to be with us. You know, and when I called him, there was no hesitation on his part. He said, "Of course, Imam." It wasn't like, I don't know. He was so enthusiastic until it made me a little bit happy, more happy. So we thank you, Brother Imam, for being with us. And we have a couple more minutes. I just wanted to say something about him so that you will understand who we have with us today. Next time. Salam alaikum.
Testing. Testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing. Good.
Assalamu alaikum.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala al-falah. Hayya ala al-falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah الذي ألف بالإسلام بين قلوب المؤمنين وأوجب اتحادا وهرم تفرقا في كتابه المبين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد فيا عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله تعالى وتعاته. That is, all praise is due to Allah, who has united the hearts of the believers with Al-Islam. And He obligates us to remain united, and He forbids that we become separated in His book, which is Most High. We witness that none deserves worship except Allah, who's one alone, having no partners, no associates. And we witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is Allah's servant and His messenger. And what follows of that salutation to the model for human life, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, I advise you, as well as I advise myself, to first fear Allah and thereafter be obedient to Him. Brothers and sisters, I was almost brought to tears as our muezzin gave the adhan today, because I heard the struggle of people who were written off as a possibility to be productive. The struggle of people who everything identifiable as productive human life was taken away from. Yet you can't take away their love for God. You can't take away their love for Allah. You all knew me when I was a young man, and I used to criticize every little thing. But mashallah, I pray to Allah that as I've gotten older, I've repented to Allah for all those criticisms I used to make. And now when I hear anyone call the adhan, recite the Quran, it elates my soul, because it stands as a witness that no matter how hard they try to erase Allah from the life of those who descended in this country from a legacy of slavery and oppression, no matter how hard they tried to put out the light is still there, mashallah. And their hearts are still responding, and their souls are still responding. So today, brothers and sisters, our topic is the hope of duha. And we're talking about this in the last 10 days of Ramadan. If you study this Surah Ad-Duha, it's a beautiful surah. And this surah gives us context to understand the struggle of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When we look at the Prophet's life, he is a model and he is a witness. And he is a model and a witness for hope. Because Allah says in this surah, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Wad-Duha, Wad-Duha, Wal-Layli idha saja, Ma wadda'aka rabbuka wa ma qala, wa lal-akhiratu khayru laka min al-ula. This is translated, and by the morning, the glorious morning, the sun when it's brand new, and the sun when it's up, and it's brilliant, the brilliance of the early morning. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَّى, and by the night, and this is translated in different ways. Some translation is as the darkness covers, and another translation, it means to be still. It means to not move. At night when it's dark, unless you are a nocturnal creature, there's not enough light for you to move around. The night is still. People are resting. People are asleep. But the night also represents a time in the world when there's not enlightenment. When enlightenment is not in the world. Or when you lack knowledge or understanding of something. And when you lack knowledge or understanding of something, sometimes you have to be still until Allah brings in the fajr and then the duha. So that light comes, and where you were once without knowledge, where you were once in the darkness and had to be still, when Allah brings the enlightenment, when he brings the dawn, when he brings the duha, you don't have to rest anymore because you're no longer lacking knowledge on something. You're new, you're fresh. The knowledge is fresh, the light is up, and the light is only promising a brilliant future. Because the duha and the asr and the maghrib are two different times. Duha, the sun is barely coming up. Asr, the sun is going down. The sun is on its way out. So we do say, well, asr too. There's a surah, what, duha, and a whole nother surah, well, asr. Not enough time in Jumu'ah to really go over them. But when you study the messages in Duha and Asr, Duha is talking about the promise of the future. Asr is talking about trying to keep us up and trying to keep us from going into the perpetual darkness that man once existed in. So take some time, inshallah, study these two beautiful surahs. But it says, مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَالَ وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. It says, and your Lord is not displeased with you, nor has he forsaken you. And surely the future, the life to come, is better than this life. This was revealed to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam not too long after the revelation first came. And it stopped. The revelation stopped. and he began to question what was going on. Now, brothers and sisters, couldn't you say that about the 3 to 4 million Muslims that were brought to these continents, that they would ask, has God forsaken us? That they would ask, why did we go through this? Why are we in these circumstances? So in Duha, Allah is telling the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and by proxy us, all of us who are going through struggles, you may not see it in the height of the struggle, but God has not forsaken you. And God is not displeased with you. And there's a reminder, وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. Now we translate this, the hereafter, some people translate it that way, the hereafter, but akhirah, yes, akhirah is speaking of life after death, but akhirah is also speaking about the future. The future, because you have physical life after death, but you also have mental life after death. You also have spiritual life after death. And what Allah is letting us know, that sometimes people can be mentally dead. Sometimes people can be spiritually dead. And Allah can give them a promise and a hope to something better to come down the road. So here, Allah was reminding the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that the physical life after this physical death is better than the current life. But he's also reminding the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that the deadness that was in the Arabs, that the future that's going to come for them under your leadership is better than their current dead state. وَلَسَوْفَ يُؤْتِي رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. And certainly your Lord will give you something that's about to please you. أَلَمْ يَجِدْكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَى. Did we not find you an orphan and provide for you? Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was orphaned 3 times. 3 times. 3 times by the age of 8. And if you read what the psychiatrists and psychologists say, if a child is orphaned 3 times by the age of 8, they're going to have trust issues. They're going to have attachment issues. They're going to have issues with post-traumatic stress disorder. They're going to have issues building relationships and communications. Yet here, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a model for hope for all those who are orphaned in the society. And as a collective Muslim community in America, we are all orphans. All of us, because Islam began here, not with 1,000 years of lineage going all the way back to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Islam did not begin as a birth of a Muslim society. Islam here began as a small group trying to establish Islam in an area that although it became an expression of the best ideas in the Constitution, which are Islamic, but it was not an atmosphere in which Islam or Muslims was promoted. The opposite. So just like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was an orphan, in many ways the whole Muslim community of America, orphans. Whether you came here in slavery or if you immigrated to America. Because if you immigrated to America, you left your culture, you left your norms, you left your society, you left a position of power to come and be in a position of disadvantage. So we were all orphans. So Allah said, did we not find you an orphan and provide for you? Now look all over America, mosque. Every place you go, mosque. They got some mosques in Houston that are so pretty. You feel like you're in Jannah. MashaAllah. Gold domes, running water fountains out front. If we were to go get our ancestors who promised of good homes, friendships, in all walks of life, if we were to go get our ancestors and bring them back and show them the mosque that we come in today, they might think it was Jannah. They might think this is the promise. They may think this is what we were promised, and in a way it is. In a way, we're living the promise right now. Sitting in this masjid right now, we're living the promise. Brothers and sisters, when I was a kid, like Jumu'ah was in my living room. SubhanAllah. When I was a kid, if 8 people showed up to Jumu'ah, Jumu'ah was packed. You were like, Takbir, a whole lot of people out today. We had 8 people at Jumu'ah. Nah, bro, really? 8 people? The masjid's growing. And don't let 40 people be at Jumu'ah. If you have 40 people at Jumu'ah, you might faint or something. Now look at how Allah has blessed us. So did we not find you an orphan and provide for you? وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى. And did we not find you searching, straying, and give you guidance? And if you look at the history of Islam in America, you can definitely see a period of dala and a period of hada. You see a period of straying and a period of guidance right here. So if you look at the life example of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is a picture of his young age and the things that he went through early in his life. It is a picture of the whole Muslim ummah in America. وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. And didn't we find you needy and give you wealth? You may say, you know, nowadays it said Muslims are one of the wealthiest communities in America. It said, that's what it said. And mashallah, as a fundraiser in Houston, Texas, it's nothing to raise $600,000. Sometimes nothing to raise $700,000. One school came in and raised $2 million in one night. One night. I pull up on the parking lot at the Masjid in Houston. It's a car show. There's Lexuses, Range Rovers. Now go back. Let's be straight up and honest with each other. Go back to the 60s. It wasn't no car show. You were lucky to have a car. Your car show was City Metro, the bus. We had the carpool as a community. Sometimes the imam's car would break down. We wouldn't have enough money to fix it. We'd have to go pick the imam up and drive him places. One time, one brother told me, my father, may Allah forgive him his sins and bless him with the paradise, Imam Otis Kaleem Ali. He said that all of the rubber was worn off the tires and the tires were slick, and they were still going out doing dawah. They were still going out trying to make a change because they believed. And the brother said right there, we pulled all of our money out our pocket. Said we couldn't have the imam rolling around on treadless tires. So mashallah, so yes, there was a time that we were one of the poorest communities in America. There were times we did not have big, beautiful mosques. There was a time that we did not have all these community centers and things like that we have. But Allah has given us these things. فَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ. So since Allah has given us these things, He reminds us. So don't be harsh to the orphan. You were an orphan, and I brought you from being an orphan, so don't be harsh to the orphan. And repel not the one who asks. وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. and do not repel the one who asks. You were once needy, and we gave you wealth. And brothers and sisters, the Ansar of America paid for the collective wealth of all Muslims with their blood and their sweat and their life and their tears. The Ansars in America may not have been the richest people financially because they came from a tradition where they were downtrodden and oppressed. They may have been like the Ahl Suf, like those poor people that was with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Some of them had to live in the courtyard of the Masjid. That's how poor they were. But if you notice, those people who lived, those who were known as the Ahl Sufa, who lived, the poor people, during the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were extremely religious. They were extremely obedient. They were extremely focused on cultivating their spiritual lives. So yes, when you came to America, the Muslim community may have only had a couple very rich people like Muhammad Ali, rahimahullah alayhi, and others. And now it's rich, but the riches would not have come if it was not for the Ansars living in America, paying for it with their lives. So every masjid in America, all the big pretty masjids all across this country should salute those who came before, should salute those who were in the struggle, should thank Allah for them because they made this possible. وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. And then announce the favor of your Lord. Our prayer is that Masjid Ash-Shaheed, as it is named the witness, our prayer is Masjid Ash-Shaheed will become, and it already is, but now we want to make it more profound. See, the da'wah in Mecca was limited. The da'wah in Medina, it was done. In Mecca, they were poor. In Mecca, the Ummah was poor. You had a few people, Abu Bakr, Uthman ibn Affan, a few people that was rich. But in collective, they weren't rich. In Medina, they became rich. In Mecca, they may have owned a few things. And some of them even left Mecca and went to Abyssinia as refugees. In Medina, they became landowners. In Medina, they became homeowners. In Medina, they became businessmen. In Medina, they became rich. They became so rich that Uthman ibn Affan could give $1 million in one fund in our time. He could give $1 million in one fundraiser and it not be anything. So listen, imagine you have a Mercedes-Benz and what you paid for it isn't what it's worth. But mashallah, mashallah, we will say is value at $100,000. And let's say there's a crisis where there's no more Mercedes. And people start to bid it up and say, oh, I'll give you $200,000. Just imagine you say no. Then somebody else bids up, I know this will be haram, but somebody else bids and say, we'll give you $300,000. You'd be like, no. Somebody say, I'll give you $400,000. And you say no. Then imagine you said, because they ask you, why are you, we're offering you $400,000 and it's only worth $100,000. Why are you being like this? And imagine you saying, well, I know someone who will give me $1 million and you donated fi sabilillah. This is what Uthman ibn Affan did in the big famine in Medina. When everybody was bidding up the caravan that came in. Because when everybody was hungry and everybody wanted to get the goods And they offered him twice, 3 times, 4 times what it was worth. And he said no to all of them. But they knew this wasn't his character. So when they were inquisitive, why are you doing this? He said, I know someone who will give me 10 times what it's worth. And he gave it away, fi sabilillah, and he immediately got 10 times what it was worth. And the 10 times what it was worth was more to him than the 4 times of material money that he could have got for it. Because for him, he believed, وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْعُلَى. And he understood if he relieved the aid of the believers, it would be more important long term than it would be for him to get that measly $400,000. Then there was a tyrant in Medina. When they first went to Medina, there was a guy that owned one of the only 2 wells in Medina. So imagine a hurricane hits North Carolina and there's only 1 gas station open. If your state don't have real strong anti-gouging laws, gas is going to shoot up to $15 a gallon. You might end up paying $6 a gallon for water. Remember how the prices went up in the heat of COVID? Like eggs were like $20. Eggs that you could usually get for $7, like $20. So this brother was like, okay, well, he was charging the Muslims all this money. So Uthman rented the well from him for 3 days a week. And then he gave all the believers and others water for free. So the guy gets frustrated because he can't oppress the people. And he sells the thing to Uthman. And Uthman gave it to the Ummah. This is people who realize God has blessed them. And they want to make a contribution. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. Dear beloved brothers and sisters, as we conclude today, when I finish, inshallah, we're going to have a fundraiser, and it is our dua that Allah puts it in your heart to contribute, to make Masjid Ash-Shaheed a witness of the Quran and the Sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the city of Charlotte. Something about Ramadan and Muslims and giving. It's one of the most amazing phenomena I've ever seen. I did a Jumu'ah fundraiser once on Friday, and Jumu'ah and Ramadan started on Monday. There's a brother who gave me a $20,000 check. He said, Imam, wait till Monday. He said, wait till Monday to cash this, because I want the ajr. I want the ajr of Ramadan. So it's something about Ramadan and Muslims. Amazing. I think last night we were in a fundraiser and there was like 30 people there. We raised almost $60,000, mashallah, in around 15 minutes. So it's amazing what can be done if you have faith. Now, once I finish the second half, I'm going to take around 10 minutes, inshallah, for fundraising. And Warith, the treasurer, mashallah, he suggested an amount that the masjid needed. But I know how these things go, because you don't want to overburden people. So when we do fundraising, if you're truly strapped for money, don't feel any pressure. Don't feel any pressure. Just make dua. We don't want anyone overextending. We don't want anyone overextending themselves. Okay? But if you have it, inshallah, give it. If you have it, give it, knowing that Allah will repay it at least 700 times. It says 10, but when you read the ayah in the Quran, about the similitude of those who give charity is like a grain, right? It talks about the ears and then the grain on each ear. So we know it's at least 10, okay, up to 7,000 actually. So what you give immediately enriches you. And that's the true one that's rich. So we're going to do we're going to ask you to donate a certain amount. Raise your hands after we make the salah, inshallah. And take this as an opportunity to invest in your akhirah. Never consider a fundraiser burden. If I was to invite you to go see Bill Gates and learn how to, or if I was to invite you to go see Warren Buffett and learn how to make investments to become a billionaire, every time I called you, you would answer the phone. You wouldn't turn the other way and no. Every time I called you. As a matter of fact, you would be calling me all the time. You would be calling me out. Can I come? When can I come back to you and see Warren Buffett? That's how we should be about fundraisers. We should look for opportunities to participate in fundraisers. We should look for opportunities to give fi sabilillah, because they are an investment unlike any other investment. No other investment will be with you in the akhirah when you leave this world. But what you give fi sabilillah is that Mercedes out there. In 100 years, it's going to be a Coke can smashed in a junkyard someplace. The big house that you spend $400,000 for, in 200 years, termites are going to eat it up. And you're going to have to bulldoze it. But support Masjid Ash-Shaheed and everyone that walks through the doors here. You're going to get ajr, you're going to get barakah in this life and in the next. And it will continue to give after you die. Because it's a sadaqah jariyah. So I made the recommendation to the treasurer, let's shoot for 200,000. And we could raise that right now at Jumu'ah. If all 200 of you gave $86 a month over the next year, khalas. That's 200,000. I think everyone in here can do that very easily. Just don't go to the Panthers game. Just skip some Hornets games. Just skip a movie, right? A movie is what? $15, $10, $12, $13? You go to a movie, you spend $26 on tickets. You spend $30 on some corn pop with some oil on it that seems never to dissipate. And 2 big cups of sugar water. And you sit down in a movie for 2 hours. And in that 2 hours, your risk of diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, stroke, chronic kidney disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, all of that increases. And you just paid $86 to put yourself at risk. So just cut out 1 movie a month. Give that, we're going to raise $200,000 after Jumu'ah, inshallah. Or even if you just cut some of your online subscriptions that none of you even know what they are anymore. You got online subscriptions to everything and you've lost track of them. Just go cut some out. And remember, the Prophet ﷺ said, charity is evidence of your faith. Sadaqa burhan. He also says that your charity is going to be your shade on the day of judgment, inshallah. May Allah bless Masjid Ash-Shaheed. May Allah bless the Ummah of Charlotte, North Carolina. May Allah help Masjid Ash-Shaheed in its annual operating budget. May Allah help the summer camp that they do every year to help the youth, and all the parents can't necessarily afford it. So we ask Allah that He helps us to raise the funds today to cover it. The Strong in School Grammar and Islamic Studies program that Masjid Ash-Shaheed does, we pray that Allah will help us raise the money today to sustain it. The helping the needy, they help the vanguard for those who sacrificed their whole life for Islam, and now they don't have pensions and retirement funds. Masjid Ash-Shaheed supports them. Allah help us with the funds we need to support that program. The community development program that will provide affordable housing, business opportunities, recreation areas, and provide a complex in Charlotte that will be a witness to the Quran and the power of Prophet Muhammad's Sunnah to change lives. Oh Allah, please help us to make this a reality. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ameen. Aqim as-salah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
La ilaha illallah. So still, you make your lines even in a straight line of shoulder, shoulder, heart to heart. Put your heels on the line. Move to the front, brothers, and move all the way over to the end of the line. There should be a heel. Everybody's heel should be on the line, inshallah. That makes the line straight. Fill in the gaps in front of you. Can the brothers take one step forward? Put it on this. You see the other line? Put your heel on the other line. Yeah, just come to the next line, inshallah. To the line in front. So don't do the back line. Do the front line, inshallah, and that will get us there. استووا واعتدلوا يرحمكم الله.
We need 3 more spots. 3 spots to get tighter.
Everyone's good, alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Brothers and sisters, inshallah, if you can just give us a few minutes, inshallah. So we're going to ask for a few people to give $5,000, inshallah. I think we can get before the end of this week tonight, we can make $200,000, inshallah. Those of you who are leaving, try to leave $1,000. If not, at least give $30 a month. If everyone in here gives $30 a month, that should be around $9,000 a month. Very easy on us. So make sure you fill out the form to give $30 a month at least. If you can, give $1,000 on your way out. Who can give $5,000, inshallah? We need a few people who Allah has blessed with me, who wants to help Masjid Ash-Shaheed take care of the things that it needs to take care of. Who can do $5,000, inshallah? If you can do $5,000, raise your hand. If you can do $5,000, mashallah, let's make this real easy, inshallah. Smile. Smiling is the most important thing for you to do. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. On your way out, if you're one of those that can do $5,000, please make the commitment. We just need 3 people with $5,000, inshallah. Good, 1. Takbir! May Allah accept your charity. So that's 1. Where's our second? We need Imam Rahman. Imam Rahman. Who's our second, inshallah, $5,000? Second? Yes, good. Takbir! He prefers the right hand gives and the left hand doesn't see. MashaAllah. We need our third at $5,000. Who's our third, inshallah? We're good. Takbir! We need our fourth. Let's get to our fourth, inshallah. Where's our fourth at $5,000, inshallah? It's very easy for us. $500 a month over the next year. Let's get the 4, inshallah. We'll stop at 5 with $5,000, inshallah. We just need 2 more. Brothers or sisters, 2 more at $5,000? Anyone? No one? MashaAllah. Smile. May Allah accept your charity. Say Ameen. Ameen. May it be evidence of your faith. Say Ameen. Ameen. May it be your shade on the day of judgment. Say Ameen. Ameen. How about $2,000? How many can we get for $2,000? Good. Takbir. 1, 2. Let's get to at least 20 at $2,000, inshallah. So we're at 2, 3. Back in the back, mashallah. Where's our 4th? 4, mashallah. Where's our 5th, inshallah? 5, mashallah. 6, MashaAllah. Let's keep going. Where's our 7? Make sure ushers, we gotta be up. We gotta be on it. So right here, get in the front. We need a couple more ushers. We need as much help as we can. 7. Where's our 8th, inshallah? Where's our 8th at 2,000? Good, MashaAllah, right here. Where's our 9th? Where's our 9th at $2,000, inshallah? Our 9th, let's get the 10. Good, 9, over there, get them. Where's our 10th? Where's our 10th at $2,000, inshallah? Sisters, right here. Sister, 10th at $2,000. MashaAllah, may Allah accept your charity. Say Ameen. Ameen. Baby evidence of your faith. Say Ameen. Ameen. May you remove your sins like water removes fire. Say Ameen. Ameen. How many can do 1,000? If you can do 1,000 right there, get her the sheet. That's 1,000 too. Right here, 3. We need some more ushers. 3, 4. Get some 5, 6. We gotta move, brothers and sisters. We got 6. Where's our 7th? Right over there. You got 2 right there for $1,000. 1 right here for $1,000. Let's get 1 right here for $1,000 right there. $1,000. We're at 8, 9 right there. 9 and $1,000. Sister got her hands up. 9. Where's our 10th? Inshallah at $1,000. Very easy for the believers. Inshallah. Anyone else at 1,000? Good. Back there in the back 1,000. MashaAllah. Let's get to 11. 11 for $1,000. MashaAllah. How about 12? How about 1 for Dhul Hijjah? Inshallah. How about 1 for each month of the year? Do we have a 12? 1 more at $1,000? Inshallah? All right, let's get 10 at 500. Let's get 10 at 500. 1 right there, 500. 2, MashaAllah. We need let's get the, do we have any more? 5, 3, 4, 5. Can we get 5 more? 5 and 6 right there. Where else at 500? 500. Let's get to 10, inshallah. Just 4 more. 4 more. $50 a month over the next year. 4 more. Good. MashaAllah. 3 more. We need 3 more right here. Right here. What is right here? We need 3 more. Amen. Amen. Mutakabbir. We need 3 more, inshallah. 3 more. Absolutely. Absolutely, inshallah. 3 more at 500? No, mashallah. Now, what I want you to do, good. 3 more? Mashallah. Or maybe 1 more. What I want you to do tonight is go home and call everybody that you know. And tell them it's going down at Masjid Ash-Shaheed. And we're going to raise the rest of this. I'm sure we got 60 or 70 just right now. We're going to raise another $130,000 tonight. Go home and call everybody you know and see if you can go home between now and tonight and raise $5,000. Because all of us may not have the money, but if we know somebody we can call. If we make a list of 10 people and see if we can get $500, $200 from them, then when we come back tonight, let's get this done, inshallah. Let's not let this weekend go by until we help the masjid do everything they're trying to do, inshallah. So come back tonight. Iftar is being sponsored. We're going to have a nice meal. We're going to have some nice dates. And I don't know if we're going to have mangoes, I'm not sure. Yes. We'll probably have some, I don't know the cuisine, but there might be biryani. There might be baked chicken, I don't know. Macaroni and cheese, I'm not sure. Corn, I don't know. Could be some kebab, I don't know. Will be some bean pie, inshallah. Could possibly some baklava. Maybe some biography. I have no idea, mashallah. So come back this evening. Bring as many people as you can. Bring people who can give. And let's finish raising this money tonight. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر لي ولكم والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم.
Imam, anyone who has pledge cards, please see any member of the Treasury staff. Treasury staff, raise your hand.
Or we can take credit cards, whatever you have, we can take those as well.
Thank you, Brother Imam. Tonight also, we will tally up what we've collected, and we will give a report tonight at Iftar. Inshallah. Thank you very much for your support. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum. Any announcements?
Let me pull them up.
Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. For the announcements, please make dua for all those who are sick or in need. Please pay your zakat and sadaqah at www.masjid-shaheed.org or by calling 704-488-1434. Zakatul Fitr must be paid before the Eid prayer and is set at $10 per family member. You can pay it here at the Masjid. Tomorrow night, we will observe the night of power here at the Masjid, starting after iftar. There will be presentations and other activities. We will celebrate Eid al-Fitr here at the Masjid. Stay tuned for the date and list of activities. Registration is now open for the Brother Summit, taking place June 7th through the 9th. See Brother Imam Ibn Mutakabir for more information. All classes will be held at regular times this weekend and next week. Please support our vendors. Well, this.
Thank you for giving. Praise be to Allah. May Allah bless you. Also, I see my brother Harun Saif. You'll be here next week. He runs a really beautiful program, the Quran Band. And so I've invited him to come to talk to us about that and to see how we can support him. Would you like to have anything? You have anything to say? Inshallah. All right, thank you.